What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the farm sim, actually the wood plant. We're starting off at Cogent here today, and well, I need chips. I need wood chips. This truck is currently empty. We are out of wood here. I do have some lumber over here I can toss in there, which is what I will end up doing. How are we doing over here? Only 88,000 over there. Are we full on the boards? Yes, we are. So we'll start off here, and then we'll head on over to actually, yeah, I'm gonna load him up first, and then we'll head on over to Shell. I'll get some fuel and put that in the elevator as well, so I can get that over to National Gypsum. I do have 2 lines going at National Gypsum, but as I said in the last video, I don't think I have enough material in there to get the boards that I think, or the drywall that I think I'm gonna need in order to do soy milk or silk. I can call it soy milk, but it's silk, I think. The silk factory there. So gotta get some other busy work done first, and this is just what I keep on telling. This is a well-oiled machine. Well, this is I'm not running a well-oiled machine, but it's just one of those. This is one of those things where you have to you know, go through all these hoops to keep this machine going. If one thing stops, then eventually everything else comes grinding to a halt. Some people don't like that. You know, I discussed that on the live stream the other night, where yeah, there is pushback from some people. You know, I'm sure that's one of the reasons why this, you know, the farm sim for me on the channel here is not as popular as it could be, because I'm doing all this extra stuff. There are people out there who, you know, this is farm sim, not industrial sim, and, you know, you shouldn't be building buildings, you should be tending to cattle and chickens and farming. That's it. So there are the purists out there, and then there are those like us that, you know, that isn't enough. We need more. We need to have all of this extra stuff here to help keep things interesting. Otherwise, it turns into rinse and repeat. And, you know, I did see some of that in the live stream last week when I brought it up. I think actually one person did say he is of that mindset. You know, all this extra stuff isn't farm sim anymore. It's something else. And game save. I don't know if that really was a game save or not, but that's what I call it. You know, they still watch. I'm greatly appreciative of that. But when it comes down to maps, you know, they're not going to play this one because of all the extra stuff in here. Now, that doesn't... See, here's the thing, though, for those who might be purists and think that, okay, this isn't, you know, like what I'm doing here with the wood chips and whatnot. You know, there's 2 ways to look at this. You don't have to do everything I'm doing here. You guys don't have to build factories. I mean, you can still treat this as a farm sim map and farm away. Tend to your animals, the crops, and just do that. And just sell to the current factories that are here. There are more than enough between the mills, the north and south, and all those other ones, and the current factories that are already up and running. You know, there's plenty to do. Plenty to sell to. So if you wanted to go that route, hey, knock yourself out. To me, this is, even if you don't want to build the factories, this is still an overall better map as far as the options that you have at your disposal compared to a stock map that only has, you know, maybe 2 or 3 sell points. I think that is that's a pretty good thing. You in my opinion. That's a pretty good thing. Now, obviously, those of you who are watching this series right now, you know, you're either fans of mine or, you know, you're fans of this map. And obviously, you know, I appreciate you guys watching and the support that you give in here as well as over on Twitch for the live streams. Brain fart there. I got distracted with a shiny thing moment. Sorry. I looked at the tree grappler that's over there, and I'm just thinking, oh man, how am I going to get that out of there? But no, I am very appreciative of everyone that supports me over here on YouTube and supports me over there on Twitch. So this series here is consistently steady in the views, no matter what I'm doing. Over on Twitch, it's the best game I stream as far as number of views. So, you know, I used to think the ATS or ETS crowd is, you know, are rabid fans, but you know, Farm Sim, you're right there. Right there. And although, you know, I might have built my YouTube channel off of the ATS, I think for the future, Farm Sim is where it's at for me and the channel growth. Farm Sim is probably going to be what helps put me higher in the numbers, not so much for ATS. I mean, I'm nowhere near the #1 ATS guy. Nowhere near that. You know, there are others out there who do a better job or have done a better job and, you know, get more views and things like that. And even some who I feel don't really deserve it, but, you know, because they already have a huge subscriber base in the first place, you know, that's why they get what they get. But, yeah, I think Farm Sim is a larger fan base and divided. You know, I will say that. Very divided, very opinionated. But I think overall, yeah, I think it's bigger than even ETS2, and ETS2 has a huge fan base, especially in Europe. It's been out for what, 5 years now, I think. But, I mean, hell, if I could, I would stop doing ATS videos and just convert all the way over to Farm Sim. But can't do that just yet. I would have 2 maps, one more the vanilla style, or maybe I do like a map showcase where I show off different maps. There have been requests for that. But I don't have the time or the schedule space on YouTube for that right now, so I have not gone that route. Maybe in the future. I've already kind of transitioned over to being Farm Sim based anyway. You know, I put up more, if not the same amount, more, or, you know, the same amount of, if not the same amount of videos ATS compared to Farm Sim. I might actually do more, depending on when I'm able to get recorded. I do try to target 3 videos a week. I've been failing at that for a while now. But, you know, if I'm able to do all that, and shouldn't be an issue now if I start showing you guys a lot of the busy work like I'm doing right here. You know, if I show you a lot of stuff that I have to do off camera just to get things going so I can make a video, that's really going to help increase the number of videos. Because, as I said in the last episode, it's really gotten to that point right now where, yeah, I'm spending an hour or two setting everything up, getting everything resupplied, sold, moved, whatever. And, you know, more than I actually spend on camera recording. So it's gotten to that point right now where I have to start doing a lot of this on camera, just because I just don't have the time to otherwise do it. I don't think you guys will really complain. I know many of you are just, you know, you just want to see, just to see. And I'll still try to be as informative as I can on whatever, you know, whatever is here. And I'm sure some of you are also here just to see me screw up. Which seems to happen on almost a daily basis. Although this bucket is small, I still like the back and forth on this compared to the Volvo over there. I don't know. I just like this better. I don't think you can sell these to Home Depot, which I'm a little surprised about if you can't. You know, landscape wood chips and everything. I'm a little surprised by that. Yeah, let's take a quick look. It's actually something I've never looked into. Yeah, no one buys wood chips. I'm a little surprised by that. I would think at least Home Depot would. Probably, you know, be cheap, $20 a liter or something like that, so it'd almost be pointless, but that would be a great idea for another factory. Make it a Scott's landscaping factory. I've been out to one before in western Illinois. They handle wood chips and all that stuff, so. Although I would think the profit return on that one would probably be pretty low. Alright, I'll do one more load out of this one, because it's still at 100,000. And then I'm going to work on getting those logs out and into the wood chipper. I also need to go get a load of coal. Otherwise, that's going to stop soon. What I should actually do is head over to the quarry and load up with more coal over there and put it on train and drop it off at the elevator, because I know Cogent's probably going to need coal here soon too. So I got to restock the elevator with that. %60 full. Another little lag skip there. Don't know if that's a what causes that. I always just call them game saves, but the game doesn't automatically save, so it does on a multiplayer server. One more bucket. There. All done with that. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way. That should be pretty good on Cogent now. Should put me over 300,000. Good to go for a while. One other thing I need to do here, I need to clear off the logs. Or not the logs, I need to clear out the boards from the line over here. No idea what's that construction yard's going to be. Or why it's even there, to be honest. I'm just going to clear these guys off for now. Stack them up somewhere else. There. Got that taken care of. Shut you off. Time to have some fun here with this lumber. Now how... Okay. Let me see if I can drag this thing out. Yeah, that didn't work too well. Whoa! Yes, there we are. Alright, now as for getting these guys out of here. This could be interesting. Well, there's some of them. No! What are you doing? Crap. You go in there. Go on. There. Ah! Whoa. Alright. Now, obviously the easy, smart way would be just to come in here with the Flagel autoloader or something like that and just pick them up. That is the easy, smart way of doing it. But I never said I was smart. Besides, I'm here to entertain, right? It's almost all cleaned up. These last few ones are going to be a pain in the ass. I wonder if I can... Well... They're almost lined up right now. I'm not too worried about the little ones because I can pick those up. Come on. There we go. Alright, yeah, I should be able to pick up these other ones. Too heavy. This one's gonna be too heavy. Yep. There's this one. Arg. Alright, forget them. Forget them. Move on. Yeah, I don't have anything around here to pick them up anyway. Alright, well, let's go find a train. Let's go take the train. And this is the one I need. But it is nowhere near where I need it to be. Let's see how much. Shell fuel right now has 112,000 liters, and that's what I need. You know, the one thing I have never used are the tankers. I have never used the tankers down these trains. So we're going to use them today. I get the feeling there's 75,000. I could be wrong, but that's just my gut feeling. But I figure, you know what, instead of using the AR, let's go ahead and use this. Use one of these tankers. I can just drop it off in the elevator, pick it up whenever I want. It's probably going to be expensive as hell. But we'll be working on making our own fuel today as well, so let's get a head start. Where's the switch so I can just make the shortcut? There's a spur or something like that. How about we put that in there? I don't think I've seen a map that has a switch for you to, you know, a track switcher, so you can decide what track you want to go on. Has anyone seen something like that before? I should come over here one of these days, because that's a field. Although it's not on the map, that's a field. You see the way the grass looks? Look alongside the track, and then just go a couple feet over. The grass looks dirty. And here comes the end of the field. That's a field. You cut down those trees, you can cultivate all that. This one's not. I don't see it. But that's basically a free field. You're not going to have to pay anything on it. I don't think you pay anything on fields. But obviously you don't have to buy it. But you're not, you know, you're not going to own it. Everything should still work right, hired help and so on, because, you know, they're only going to go off of whatever is plowed or cultivated, I think. Same for harvesters. I mean, once they get done with a row, they're not going to just keep on going. Oh, gotta keep it going. I thought this might have been it. I've never used this plant over here either. Board production plant. Alright, here we go. Here's Shell. Gotta try to gauge it. It's way back here. Boxcar view. There we go. And we're lined up anyway, so. Alright, had 380,000 starting out. Let's see what I end up with. There's $200,000 gone. $198,000. And I got 90,000 liters in fuel. That's pretty pricey. Pretty pricey. Now I could have just gone in reverse and dropped it off at the elevator that was back that way, but I'll drive this thing all the way around. Why not? Eventually I will start up one of these other farms. I'll use it as a root crop, I think. Sugarcane and root crops. We're still a few episodes away from that, but maybe I'll work on the sugar factory after I get done with silk. Set up Allen Farm for it, maybe. I would do Wright Farm because those are the size of the fields there are better for the root crops and stuff like that, but everything's just so close. It is really tight quarters. A little difficult to run a big machine like the Homer. I do not have the Ropa pack. I do not plan on getting the Ropa pack. I know it's already out. Those mods are also available out there for free on mod sites, so you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and look those up instead of just buying the mod pack, or the DLC that is. I have no interest in it. There's a produce silo. Hard on the brakes. Stop, 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 stop. Be perfect, be perfect. 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 I couldn't do that again if I tried. There we go. So now we have fuel delivered. But that also means I want to show off. I want to work over here a little bit. So as I had said before, we can hold 50,000 now in that tank. BGAs produce more. So we're going to work on that a little bit here. I don't think I need that case over here. No, I do need that case. I'll still use that one for leveling the silos, the bunkers. I should probably go around to the other side, but I have found that sometimes it's difficult to pick up product in some of these bunkers for some reason. So one side is easier than the other. This will help produce plenty of fuel. But I'm going to have to stay on top of this, and I haven't been really staying on top of this farm here. The grass here also plays into the whole seasons thing, so you cannot cut grass or whatever whenever you want. Right now the grass is... well, it doesn't say if it's ready to cut or not. It's fully fertilized. So I guess I could go ahead and cut it right now if I wanted to. I don't know what kind of yield I'll get out of it, but... what does this say? Grass. Planting and harvest. So I can harvest tomorrow all the way up to day 1 of winter, or last day is day 3 of autumn. So I gotta wait one more day. Whoa, oh, wrong way, that's why. The bucket tilt is still reversed for me. Now, don't expect the fuel production to just go shooting sky high right away. We came over here and it was 4,500, now it's up to 46. It is going to be slightly faster, but still, I think it's okay. I think it's only 15,000 per day if I remember correctly. So, you know, yeah, you got time, and you know, that's what I didn't quite understand with the last one. It was only 5,000 max. It took forever to do it. So, yeah, 15,000 a day, 50,000 capacity now. You can go ahead and do other things, and you don't have to sit there and babysit the tank. But as I said in the last video, the map here is not quite ready. Cass is looking to work on a couple other things. He asked me if I had any crop issues. I said no, not yet, that I have noticed, but I'm in day 1 of spring, so I can't harvest, you know, there's nothing to harvest yet. The base crop is still here, and that's at 85% growth, and it's saying it's not ready to harvest yet. So I think he believes that there might be an issue on some of the fields with the harvest, with the crops. I will be taking a look at that one here, so that mustard should be ready to harvest any time now, but it's still saying it's growing. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know if seasons is going to have an effect on that. We did do this over on the MP server, and there were no issues with the crops. We were able to harvest them when they were ready to grow, but single player, for some reason, I don't see why there would be a difference, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, right now, not ready to harvest yet, still growing. It's on the last stage of growth, though. So maybe tomorrow it'll pop and I'm ready and I can harvest it. I'd really like to get that stuff off that field, though, so I can go ahead and plant soybean over there, but we'll have to find out in the next video here for day 2 of spring what happens. I plan to be in the fields for day 2, putting in soybean because the ground temp should remain high enough so where I don't have to worry about it. 41 degrees right now. It's right there on the border. Soybean needs to be 50. So I might not even be able to do it until day 3. We'll see. It's been holding 54 degrees for most of the afternoon here on day 1. At least there isn't a early spring snowstorm coming down like I am getting right now here in central Illinois. They're calling for 4 to 7 inches of heavy wet snow, locally up to 9 inches, and a little bit of an ice glaze on top of that. Yeah, that's just like the cherry on top, right? And a little bit of ice on top of the snow. Alright, I'm going to put the rest of this into the digestate grinder. I think I could use some. I believe I still have some. But I know I'm going to be needing it here soon, so get a little bit of money from that as well. Come on. All these hit boxes. Get every little last drop out of here. There we go, bunker silo is empty. Beautiful. Excellent. There is a limit to how much that can hold. I don't know if CAS has changed that or not, but there is a limit to how much that will hold at once. And what are we up to here? 84,000 liters. Awesome. That's good. That's excellent. that works. All right. This seems like it's a good spot to go ahead and wrap things up. We've got fuel delivered. We're making fuel. We're making a little bit of money too, back over $200,000. We've got Cogent up and going. So next time I come back, I will have it on day 2. Hopefully get some more field work done. I still haven't quite decided if I'm going to cultivate that field again and then try to replant. I'm 50-50 on it right now. We'll see. And also maybe do a little work out here at Johnson as well. Get some grass. It is all fully fertilized. I think I can cut this. It looks like I can. You know, let's give it a shot here real quick. I don't want to visit down there. I want to get in my shed. Empty. There we go. Let's give this thing a shot here real quick. Yep. I don't know what kind of yield I'll get out of all this, but even though I think I did just look this up, and it said harvest is day 2. I hope I'm not gonna like get in trouble for this or something. The grass is all gonna die on me or something. Perfect. Well, I've got something else to do for the rest of the day. So, it's a good time to wrap it up here. Cutting grass, making fuel. Awesome. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure you check down below for the mods link, which I should have recently updated. And also links to social media, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Well, Twitch isn't social media, but still you guys get the idea. Go check it out. A lot of farm sim streaming going on over there. A lot of fun. So, thank you all very much for the support. And if you liked the video, make sure you leave a like. If you didn't, well, sorry. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button too. So, take it easy, guys.